Before we begin, make sure to subscribe and share the video with your friends. It really helps us grow. Thanks. Today we will be looking at some fat acceptance TikTok videos. There is so many people promoting obesity and health issues disguised as fat acceptance and self-love. It's not even funny anymore. But the biggest issue here is not that these people exist. The issue is that media is showing obesity as something completely normal. They aren't educating people about the risks and health issues that come with it. They promote it. But not only the media is a big problem here. The clothing industry found an easy way to capitalize on the movement. They run fat-inclusive ad campaigns, sometimes only showing obese people. This further normalizes the movement, while these companies take home a huge profit. But now, let's have a look at some TikTok videos promoting obesity.
Comments like these because people don't realize that fat phobia is rooted in racism and more specifically anti-blackness.
This was my exact face when I heard what she just said. Can someone in the comments explain to me how telling people to get in shape, to extend their own life expectancy, and to live a healthier and happier life in general is suddenly rooted in racism and anti-blackness? I really don't see the connection here. And I would even say that it's pretty racist to assume that obesity is a problem of black people. She's using buzzwords to make everyone who disagrees with her feel guilty. People will think, well, I'm not racist, so therefore I have to support fat acceptance. But if you have a brain, you will realize that she is just trying to shame people. She deleted the video, but I found at least a part of it. Let's watch it.
When slavery became more widespread, it was hard to just rely on skin color as a way to identify slaves. Fatness as a physical descriptor fit the savage narrative that whites used to oppress black people. Obviously, a lot has changed since the 18th century. We know fatness is not specific to black people, and we've used that as an excuse to shape a societal beauty standard that is anti-fat. That includes being thin. That includes gaining muscle so you can look toned and have less fat on your body. And what happens if you don't meet the standard of beauty? You will face systemic oppression. You cannot always determine health by your body's appearance. So yes, if you work out strictly for appearance-based reasons, you are fat phobic. And before you comment, read the definition of fat phobia.
So if you are overweight and want to make a change for the better, you are fat phobic, racist, and a terrible person, because you changing for the better may hurt somebody's feelings, while they stuff their mouth with unhealthy junk and scream fat phobe at you. But why don't we have a look at the definition of fat phobia she provided? The intense fear or dislike of fat, becoming fat, and fat bodies. I don't know one person that is afraid of fat, even less fat bodies. Most people looking at an overweight person don't feel any hate towards that person. They realize that it's unhealthy and move on with their life. But according to this woman's logic, even being thin is fat phobic. So according to her, what should we do? What should we do to not be fat phobic? Do we all have to become morbidly obese because someone's feelings are hurt?
If you decided to work out in order to change your body's appearance to avoid weight stigma, that is still fat phobia. Fat people can be fat phobic. Skinny people can be fat phobic. I'm fat phobic.
And I'm Batman.
And it's no one's fault. We are conditioned to hate fat people. If that's why you started and that's why you're still going, then cool, great for you. Working out is still really good for you, no matter the reason. But I hope one day you learn to love fitness for the actual health benefits, like for your heart and your joints and your muscles, not just because you look a certain way.
She deleted all her videos, and I wonder why. The mental gymnastics you have to go through to come up with this BS is beyond sad. Working out to look a certain way is not fat phobic. Working out doesn't make you a bad person. Improving your health and well-being is totally fine. No matter how much logic I use, I can't convince these people that they are wrong. So let's just move on.
Okay, wait, keep up with this. The thin people that hate fat people don't hate fat people because they're fat. They hate them because every time they see a fat person that is simultaneously happy, it invalidates their entire experience of being thin and being afraid of being fat.
No. First of all, nobody hates fat people. We just realize that they are not healthy. Also, if you are fat and happy, that's great. Most skinny people want to see you happy and healthy. But I can assure you, many obese people try to hide their true feelings behind a facade of fat acceptance. It's just an easy way to blame society for their own faults and shortcomings. Also, Why do fat acceptance activists try to convince us that skinny people are evil? She also said that being a happy fat person invalidates skinny people's experience. Skinny people don't look at this like that at all. Being skinny is neutral. We don't feel happy because we are skinny. We don't even think about it. Our lives don't revolve around being thin and showing fat people that we are superior.
Oh no! There's Melanie. That's a shame, she was really nice.
So now she betrayed you because she lost weight. Maybe you guys remember the shitstorm Adele got for losing weight. All the fat acceptance activists called her names because she betrayed them. It almost feels like a cult. You aren't one of us anymore, so now you are our enemy. For this next video, I had to mute the audio because she used copyrighted. It's a crazy concept, but maybe, just maybe, you owe it to yourself. Who are you trying to prove something to? Who hurt these people? If you have to get back at someone, maybe do it in a positive way. You left me, so now I will become fat and unattractive. Well, you really showed them. Go girl, hit the gym, lose weight, become the best version of yourself. Make them regret leaving you. That's how you really show someone your true spirit. But now get ready for this passive-aggressive lady.
Hey, bestie! You're wrong.
You can already hear the tone in her voice. But let's have a look at the comment that triggered her. The person commenting said, or he isn't attracted to bigger girls, like some people aren't attracted to smaller girls. Everyone is entitled to their own preferences. I didn't see her previous video, but I guess she was already crying about some guy who rejected her for obvious reasons. And I have to agree with the comment. Everyone is entitled to their own preferences and opinions. If you aren't attracted to large black ladies, that's totally okay. It's not racist, nor is it fatphobic. Date whoever you want, and don't let some crazy lady from TikTok tell you that you're a bad person for having preferences.
I think it's time for another adult pre-K lesson. What do you think? All right, turn your listening ears on. Zoop, catch a bubble in your mouth.
Does this sound like a kindergarten teacher or someone who is trying to get their point across in a discussion about fat acceptance? Lady, you are speaking to adults, so treat us like adults. Even if we don't agree with what you are saying, at least don't make a fool of yourself, please.
Good job. Okay, here's the thing. Having a preference is something like, I'm looking for a partner who likes kayaking, or wakes up early in the morning, or loves pizza. But when your preferences exclude an entire group of marginalized people, that's problematic.
I've said it before, but I will say it again. Date whoever you want. Don't let some butthurt woman tell you that you are a bad person just because you have preferences.
Okay, that's not nice. That's not a preference. If you lump all fat people in one group together as though they are not very different individuals, that's fatphobic. Just like lumping all black people in one group and saying, I don't like black people is racist. And lumping all disabled people in one group and saying, I don't think people in wheelchairs are hot is ableist. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do, but you are still wrong. Thinking that people in wheelchairs aren't hot is not ableist. You can't force yourself to think that someone is hot or to love someone. Lumping all fat people in one group and saying that you generally wouldn't date them is okay. There is huge risks involved, and if you don't want to invest all your time into being a caretaker because your partner's joints have given up and they can't walk anymore, then you will generally avoid dating people in this group. It's simple. Notice how hard she is trying to force people to love her, making others feel guilty for basic biology they can't control. I think that's enough for today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and share the video with your friends. I wish all of you a great day. See you in the next video.